What's up, and welcome to 5280 Film Room.
We're a Colorado sports podcast by fans for fans.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, and also follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
You can also email us your input, questions, and ideas at 5280filmroom@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening. Hey there, Broncos Country. Thank you so much for tuning in to 5280 Film Room. I'm Alyssa.
I'm Gideon.
I'm Miles.
And I'm Jordan.
And after back-to-back losses to the 49ers and the Browns, there is a 0% chance of the Broncos making the playoffs. And at this point, we can only hope they win the next two games to maintain a 500 record.
We better.
Tank for draft position.
No.
And
Gotta keep the record
Move
going.
from what, like 14
I
to
was
12?
going to say not worth it with
Yeah.
where we're
At
currently
this point,
not going to be
at
pretty.
6 and 8. You know, we're not going to be in the
It's
top
not top 10.
10. No, maybe top 15.
Top 15 for sure. At 8-8, that'll put us to like pick 20, which is not a great pick to be at.
No, there's 15.
I mean, the last time we picked around that area, we got Garrett Bowles, and look how that worked out. So I'd rather have a higher draft pick, but I want to keep the record going. For Pat.
You can't have it all, Jordan. You can't have it all.
This one's for Pat.
We just can't have two losing seasons. Not with what it would mean for breaking that record in a negative way. And then I believe we would have more losing seasons than Super Bowl appearances as well. Which right now we can claim to have had more Super Bowl appearances than losing seasons as a franchise.
Are we the only team that can claim that? Do you know?
I have no idea. I just heard
I
that
would
on the
assume
radio
so.
today.
Yeah, I don't know about that stat. That's pretty cool.
Hopefully I'm right. I don't even remember what radio show I was listening to and if I think they're credible.
Because that would be, 7 appearances?
Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
3 wins, 4 losses. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause
3 wins. I thought we had 4 losses.
Because, John Elway led us to 5 appearances.
Lost 3,
and then
1, 2.
2 after the John Elway era.
The Seahawks lost.
I don't want to talk about that.
And
Yeah.
then the Panthers.
Memories.
God, we're spoiled as Broncos fans.
We are.
we
truly are. There's no doubt about that.
We've only had 7 losing seasons.
Now
It's got to be like since a certain date. Because I know in the 60s the Broncos were really rough.
Yeah, you're right. We were terrible.
It wasn't until the
even
70s.
in the 2000s, it wasn't good. I guess it was a lot of 8-8 though.
Yeah, a lot of 8-8, 9-7. Yeah, I think we should look up that stat.
I am. The Broncos have been... Wait. Sorry. Continue talking. It's not what I wanted.
Yeah, we're so spoiled as Broncos fans. That's what makes the last few years so rough. Because we're used to being in the playoffs every year. And running the table. Not lately.
Well, in the meantime,
7 since 75.
Wow.
Thank you. Miles
That's
is better
impressive.
at Google than I am.
That's
7
pretty
since
impressive.
seven losses.
But
losing
yeah,
seasons.
in the
pardon me.
60s we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 in a row losing seasons.
So the entire 60s.
Yeah.
This is the first decade of...
We had one.
They were all doing acid back
We
then.
had one where we
It's
had
fine.
we went 7-7 in 62, but
Oh, nice. Was that our best season in the 60s?
yeah,
Wow.
by far.
So yeah, since all of us have been alive, we have been really lucky as Broncos fans. Like, it's been pretty smooth sailing.
That's why we're so angry.
I
when
know.
We've got mediocre seasons like this.
Especially when I do feel like the talent we have on the team is pretty evenly spread across offense and defense. A lot of new talent on offense. But no one's figuring out how to properly utilize all the different skill sets and get a W.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of injuries too. That
For
hasn't
sure.
helped. But still, I think there's a lot of depth on the Broncos. I was hoping they could overcome those injuries. But maybe the coaching staff isn't the right choice right now. And the quarterback, I definitely don't think is the right choice. Those are the two most important things, in my opinion, to have a successful team.
Did you guys hear the talk about how apparently John Elway and Mike Shanahan were meeting last year?
Yes.
And then it got shut down by Joe Ellis.
For Mike,
How much fact is that, and how much is...
I think it's all like smoke screens, and
Right.
that's what's going to happen next year.
If anything, I think they did have a meeting, but I don't think it had anything to pertain to the head coaching position.
Watch us trade Case back to Minnesota for Kirk Cousins and maybe like a second rounder.
I don't want Kirk Cousins.
And then we sign Mike Shanahan.
And Gary Kubiak as the offensive coordinator.
Yes.
Let's
I heard
just-
those rumors. Mike Shanahan, head coach, Kubiak, offensive
That would be
coordinator.
sweet. Bring back the zone running scheme
That'd be
with
so
our
nice.
running backs.
Ooh.
Can't do cut blocks anymore, though.
You
That's
can't
what
do
made
cut
him so
blocks.
good.
Yeah, but
All I want is for the next coach to be a head coach with experience. I do not want another new guy. I want someone who's been there, done that.
I agree. I mean, the Sean
That's like-
McVays of the world are very rare.
Exactly.
And we tried
And we
with
have
Vance.
one right now. Sean McVay is the Sean McVay of the world. We're not going to get
Yeah.
another young, new, fresh coach of that caliber within the next 5 years. It's not going to happen.
maybe even 10.
Right.
Well, who would you like to see, Alyssa, as the head coach?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I haven't done enough research on it. I need to. I've just been kind of tired as a Broncos fan. I'm like, well, we'll see.
I'd
It'll
be
what
interested to
it'll
see
be.
some collegiate coach come up.
I see. I don't want that.
I'm not like he's a collegiate head coach.
Pete Carroll was successful.
Yeah,
Yeah, Pete Carroll's pretty cool.
but I mean
Who,
that would
Lincoln
give us.
Riley, that's the name I keep
Oh, I have-
hearing thrown around.
I haven't looked too in depth on that, but I think just given the creativity that they have
Well,
in
and
the
the
college
youth
schemes,
of our team's young again.
yeah, get someone that can relate a little bit better with head coaching experience. And that's not necessarily in the NFL, but head coaching experience in just in general.
Yeah.
But that would be a situation that you would want to avoid, right, Alyssa? A brand new NFL head coach.
I think so. I think I want someone who is familiar with the league and all of its pros and cons and nuances and
That'd be ideal.
Bring
I-
back up Chip Kelly.
I would rather a collegiate head coach with success than an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator currently in the league with no head coaching
I
experience.
would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Someone with head coaching experience of some kind for me would always win out over
Yeah.
a coordinator.
Or DB's coach or whatever else Vance was.
Did
yeah, I don't...
did Mike McCarthy get let go yet? Or is
He
that...
did. Yeah,
Okay.
he's gone.
I think that would be sweet.
Like, that would
He-
be my ideal choice. Like,
Yeah.
I want a guy who's been a head coach. Even if it's someone who was fired and then is a D coordinator or offensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah.
And then hire him on as a head coach. Like, I think I'd rather have... I think I'd probably rather have an offensive-minded head coach. And then get rid of Joe Woods and get a very experienced defensive coordinator.
Bring back Wade.
Yes, let's do it. There's no way that's gonna happen. He's
McCarthy, Kubiak, and Wade.
Ooh,
That would be sweet.
that would be sweet. That'd be cool.
Chances of that are probably like 2%.
Pretty sure McCarthy's gonna be the most sought after
yeah.
head coach. So I
He's
don't
going to
know.
have his
next
pick
season?
Yeah,
of 31 teams.
and he's gonna get paid. I'm sure.
Why was he not right for Green Bay? Like, what was the disconnect?
I think they just needed a change. He had been there for 12 years. He won a Super Bowl with the Packers, but it's just the last few years just has been really bad.
Plus,
for the Packers.
from what I know and have read, there's been a lot of turmoil between him and Rodgers.
Yeah, and we don't know how much of that is true. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's all speculation.
it kind of seems obvious.
I
if
mean,
they
the
fired him
franchise
so quick.
would obviously side with Rodgers and make him happy, as opposed to keeping McCarthy and sending Aaron Rodgers elsewhere.
I mean, you look at the Patriots. Like from everything I heard, Belichick wanted Garoppolo to be the next quarterback, and Brady wanted him gone because he was going to take his job, and so the organization got rid of Garoppolo.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the franchise is always going to take the quarterback side. I think McCarthy's a really good head coach. I don't really think he did anything wrong. I think there's a lot more
Just not
going
the right
on.
fit. at that
There's
time.
a lot more going on within the organization than we know.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time in...
But Rodgers has also had some injuries over the last couple of years that have helped lead to an unsuccessful season for them.
Oh, yeah.
So that doesn't help when it's the head coach's record, but the best player is injured.
Exactly. Really.
It's like,
Yeah. And when Aaron Rodgers is healthy, he's always made the playoffs.
oh yeah.
The Packers have. And this is the first year that they're not making the playoffs. So I think the Packers just thought, we have to make a change. And they made a change. And I would like to have him be a Bronco next year. It's my number one choice.
When will those decisions start being made? Like, how far into the offseason is that typically?
I mean, they'll have conversations as soon as the season's done. Since
The regular
Broncos-
season or the...
But
regular
no one's
season.
going to be pulling the trigger until after the Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you want to give your players and the coaching organization, coaching staff, like, some off time. Like, hey, the season's over.
Go catch
the
your
season's
breath.
got to complete, like, playoffs, Super Bowl's got to
Get your
complete.
head clear.
And then, you know, that's Christmas time for football is like March. It's like, all right, go spend time with your families, enjoy some off time, and then April, like, slowly start ramping some things back up. So I don't think we'll see any new head coach signings until late March, early
Okay.
April, I would say.
Because the draft is late April, so I'm sure the goal is to have all of that finalized at least in enough advance that the head coach can be a part of the draft plan.
Yeah, if
Oh, yeah.
a team doesn't have a head coach, you definitely want that set in stone prior to your draft. Otherwise, you're drafting players
You're
based
drafting
on what
blind, yeah.
your team needs and not necessarily on what is coachable
And
for
systematic.
any incoming coach.
I agree with you as far as end of March, April timing. But if the right coach falls and is available by the end of middle end of February, I see us pulling the trigger. I mean, we're such a proud franchise with our winning history that 2 losing seasons, Vance, I think, is gone by the end of January.
If he wasn't, how would you feel? If Vance was going to be the head coach again next season?
I think I'd be okay with it. I think we need a major rehaul on the rest of the coaching staff. I'm still a Vance Joseph supporter. If they got rid of him, I would completely understand, and I would assume it's the right choice. But I like Vance.
So are you saying both coordinators?
Yes, definitely. Definitely
At
want
the
both
very
coordinators
least,
gone.
but I think I'd be a little annoyed if Vance was given another year. I'd be like, you better have some sort of magical supercalifragilisticexpialidocious plan, Mr. Elway. Like, you must see some glorious thing that we're not picking up on as fans. But if year 3 is a bomb, then John's gone. Would be my guess. Like, there's a lot. There's
I could
the
see that.
current drama of the Broncos is fierce.
Well, and
Things
with,
are not happy in Dove Valley.
no, and with Vance kind of not really throwing Vaughn under the bus, but like saying that Vaughn can't have false starts. Like, he can't do that. And then Vaughn, in his press conference, having to defend himself. Like, it seems like there's a little bit of disconnect between the head coach and our best player.
And yeah, we don't have a quarterback that the franchise is protecting, but we have Von Miller. And
Yeah.
he's up there in
And that's a
terms
pretty
of,
similar situation as
right.
Tom Brady or
He
Aaron
is
Rodgers.
the face of not just the Denver Broncos, but Denver. I think he's what most people associate Denver is with Von Miller. That's valuable.
Yeah.
There's
and Vaughn,
no amount of money you can put on that.
And Vaughn's not going anywhere. And if there's disconnect, then Vance is going to have to leave.
Just like the Packers.
Yeah, exactly. Right? If there's disconnect between your best player and your head coach, someone has to go. It's not going to be the player.
Right. We'll see.
It's going to be an
This is
interesting
a
offseason. I know
somber pre-Christmas podcast. I'm sure you can relate, though, if you're listening. Obviously, if you're listening, you're a Broncos fan. So, well, the Raiders. We got the Raiders. That was creepy. I don't like when we talk at the same time. We play them on Christmas Eve in Oakland. No, are they still playing in Oakland? What city are they playing in?
I think we have it written down.
No. I know we're playing Oakland in Oakland, but is Oakland playing in Oakland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it next year that the debate is? Because they're getting sued. The Raiders are getting sued by the city of Oakland, but that'll be for next season.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're
right
still
now,
at the baseball.
They don't have a place
Stadium.
to play for 2019.
I think it's fascinating that a city can
hear
sue
about
an
that.
NFL franchise.
Yes.
Wait, so what's going on with
Oakland
that?
is suing the Raiders.
Why? Like, what's the details?
I don't know.
Because
I literally know that one buzz phrase. Oakland is suing the Raiders.
The Raiders are leaving Oakland to go to Las Vegas, but their stadium's not going to be available until the 2020 season. So the city of Oakland decided to sue the franchise and the NFL. I don't know what the grounds are, but essentially it's like you guys had our city available to you to operate these games, and now that you guys are leaving with no warning, and the NFL basically expedited the decision to move them to Las Vegas, the city of Oakland itself feels like they are losing out on.
I mean, it's kind
X
of like
amount of
I think
revenue.
they like want the Raiders to pay alimony. Like it's like a marriage. They're like, we gave you a lot, we gave you a home, you're a part of our city, our culture, like you're a part of who we are, and now you're bailing on us. Pay up. We gave to you, you gave to us. It was a marriage, and now you're leaving me for Vegas. I feel like this story's been told a lot of
But
times.
the city itself is going to lose out on a lot of revenue itself.
A lot of
Like,
revenue.
There's going to be a downturn in that area as far as, housing
The
and
economic
wonder-
impact will be
I wonder
far-reaching.
how much of an impact that also plays into the fact because aren't the Warriors moving across the bay
Yes.
outside of Oakland?
Yes.
So I wonder if that has effect too. Two teams are leaving over the next
Wow.
2 years.
Where are the
I
Warriors
think
going?
I think the key.
I mean,
to
think
San
about how that would
Francisco-
affect
They're just
our
across the bay,
economy.
so they're in the
though.
same
But
area.
the key is the Warriors aren't the Oakland Warriors. They're the Golden State Warriors. And
Yeah,
San Francisco is still.
but I'm talking about
Golden
like the revenue
State.
for the city from sales tax and shit.
Oh, exactly.
I don't think it's going
and
to
property
affect
tax.
it that much
Yeah.
because they're moving 20 minutes away.
Are they
Yeah.
still within like Oakland city limits though, or is that going to a different jurisdiction, like a different county?
They're going to San Francisco.
So so Oakland's going to lose out on
Two teams.
property taxes primarily, and
I don't know if an arena is going to affect their property taxes per se for the basketball side, but an entire football franchise leaving the city altogether. Oakland still has a basketball team. It's just across the bay.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna have like the Raiders is obviously gonna affect the city in a more drastic way than the Warriors will, but I wonder if there's any relation to the two. I don't know.
If that determined why they're suing the NFL?
No. But I mean, that might have pushed it.
I wonder,
The lawsuit
yeah.
or the Raiders moving?
The lawsuit. Jinx.
This is the theme
Two
of
times.
tonight.
Yeah.
The mayor.
I don't know, it's
I know
pure
the mayor,
speculation.
The mayor told the owner that they were considering the lawsuit, and they said that they probably wouldn't go through with it, and then they did go through with it, and so now the owner has to figure out a place for the Raiders to play.
Albuquerque.
And
The Albuquerque Raiders.
Do they have a stadium?
They got a field.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
where are they gonna land.
It'll be interesting.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this.
The judge is probably going
I
to
feel
throw it
bad
out.
for Raiders fans.
Don't feel bad for them.
Yeah.
They are without a home.
I mean, they'll pay some college team a buttload of money to let them play at their stadium.
Yeah, that's
And
probably
if their
true.
schedules coincide so that they're not playing on the same day, like, it'll work out. They'll be fine. they'll find a place to play.
I don't feel bad for the Raiders organization. I feel bad for the fans. It's just got to feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel yet. Like, next year's going to be another kind of wasted season of not really being settled.
But a big reason why the Raiders are moving is because the fans didn't really go to the games. The Raiders have been bad, so I don't blame the fans. But you watch them on TV, they have that big old tarp over the top section of the stadium, over the seats. That way it doesn't look so empty.
That's
the fans haven't really supported them, so that's why they're leaving.
I don't think that's why they're leaving. I think they're leaving because they can make a lot more money in Vegas.
Yeah. If they were selling out every game, they would stay in Oakland.
Yeah.
But they're not.
But they're definitely not.
And they will in Vegas. They will be selling out every game, not to Raiders fans, to tourists.
Yeah.
We're like, I'm
Even
never
if
going to
they're
an
bad,
NFL
they'll
game.
still sell out
Bachelor
games.
parties? Are you kidding me? Like, they're going to sell out people already go to Vegas all the time just as a tourist destination. Now you throw in, you can go see a show, eat a bunch of good food, go to the clubs, and see an NFL game.
I mean, I'd fly out to Vegas just to see Broncos and Raiders game.
We absolutely will. The first season they're there.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Sounds good to me. Never wanted to fly out to Oakland to see a Broncos and Raiders game.
Never was on my radar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we should be able to beat them, but we said that about the 49ers and the Browns, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I was looking at our preseason predictions, and I predicted this as a loss. And I don't know if I can convince myself to flip-flop.
I think that was also before, like, the Khalil Mack trade and
That's
John
very true.
Gruden, like, gutting the entire team.
And
Like, they
Amari
still had Amari Cooper.
That's true. I mean, they really are a disaster. But
the
we have
Broncos
been a
are
bit
kind
of
of
a
a disaster,
disaster,
too.
too. Who's less crippled right now is really the question.
Probably the Broncos still. I mean, all of our young core is still pretty talented, and I think these next two games will be a good opportunity for them to get some experience under their belt and get prepared for next season.
And even coming into the season with Mack, not a lot of people expected the Raiders to do much.
No.
The Broncos had some hype around them that they could possibly make the playoffs. Even with the injuries, like, I think the Broncos are still a lot more talented than the Raiders. But John Gruden, he's a brilliant head coach. And
Is he? He seems delusional to me.
I think he's out of touch. It's been a while since he's coached.
He's trying to, like, get them all in, like, a time machine. Like, we're going to make it just like... When was the last time he coached? The 90s?
It's
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
I think 2000...
When
When
they
did
went
the
to
Bucks win the
That was
Super Bowl?
2003.
2003, yeah.
Okay.
Against the Raiders.
That's right.
So that was like the
year
last time
after
the
he left.
Raiders were good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Been like 15 years.
That makes me so happy.
It's the little things.
Yes.
Do we want to jump into score predictions? Broncos, Raiders.
Sure.
I still can't decide if I'm flip-flopping to a win.
Are you the only one that chose a loss?
Yeah, you all chose a win, and I chose a loss.
Guess I'll stick with my win. I think I'll go 23-20. Broncos win.
I'm probably going to stick with a win as well. I don't know if it's going to be that. We'll do 24-21 Broncos win.
Ooh.
I'm going to package my score prediction with a bold prediction. 17-0. The Broncos shut out the Raiders.
Ooh.
Nice.
That would be sweet.
I like that.
The shutout's the bold.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I believe in Christmas miracles. I'm going to say, I will flip-flop. And I'm going to say, I'm going wildly opposite. I'm going to say 14-30 Broncos win.
All right.
Wow. Nice.
Go Christmas. Make it happen.
Go Christmas.
Come on, Santa.
Santa hates
I'm
the
trying
Raiders.
to think of a good bold... Santa hates the Raiders. I have a good bold prediction. I think it's not super bold, but kind of, considering the last 2 weeks have been so slow for him. But I think Phillip Lindsay will break 1,000 yards against the Raiders.
So he gets, what, 9 yards?
Is that all it's down to? I thought you still had 30-something.
I think he's got 991 right now.
Oh, well, never mind. Then he'll definitely do that.
Even if it's 30 yards, I mean...
I'm going to say then he'll get to 1,100 against the Raiders.
With
109 rushing yards.
100-plus yards?
Yeah.
All right.
That's a lot bolder than a 9-yard game.
Yeah.
I clearly did
after the
not. I
last
have
2
been so
weeks.
swamped at work, and I'm really realizing I did no research at all, and I'm like winging it. Yeah, that's my bold prediction, paired with Vaughn getting 2 sacks.
Nice. It's really bold.
Christmas, man.
Alright.
It's Christmas.
All the presents.
Yes. All right, I'm going to go... Keep going big. I'm going to go big again. Broncos are going to start off to a fast start
Ugh.
and score on their first drive.
Hey-o.
For the
Are you
first
going to go
time.
big and go touchdown?
No.
Okay. just score.
A
Any
score.
kind of-
score.
any kind of
Not
pass.
a 3 and out.
Field goal or touchdown, or a safety on the Raiders' first drive. Does that count?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I will go, the Broncos will have a defensive or special teams touchdown.
All right. It's pretty solid. I'd love to see a special teams touchdown.
That'd be great.
Yes.
That'd be really sweet.
Have we had one this year yet? Like a return?
I don't think so.
I can't think of one.
If we did, maybe just one, but I can't.
Early in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good bold predictions. I think I'm going to do... I'm going to kind of piggyback off of yours, Alyssa,
Okay.
and say that we have 225 total rushing yards,
Nice.
2 rushing touchdowns, and a minimum of 4 sacks.
All right. You just took
Dang,
mine and
that's
like
nice.
gave it steroids.
Yeah. And no offensive line penalties.
Oh.
Again.
Whoa.
Because actually, I was looking at it, and the week that I predicted that, there was no offensive line penalties, and we
All
got
right.
180. What was that? What did I say? 170 rushing that week.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And we were at like 182. But
Something
I think
like
it's
that.
I think it's good. 3-leg parlay for a bold prediction.
All right.
That's nice. Let's make
That'd
it
be
happen.
sweet.
Hell yeah.
Were you guys surprised to see Phillip Lindsay make the Pro Bowl?
I was
No.
not, but I was so excited.
I was a little surprised.
First undrafted rookie in the history of the NFL to make the Pro Bowl.
That's a big statement.
Wow.
The first ever.
I thought it was cool to see that the entire Browns linebacker room voted for him.
Oh, that is
Like
cool.
for an
That's
entire
awesome.
like defense to basically be like, we need to plan for this kid.
Yeah,
Like that says something
that
about his
definitely
game.
does.
And even though that coming into this season he was given basically no chance
Yep.
by any team, he made his own chance and turned it into a Pro Bowl season.
Someday there's going to be a really good movie about this guy's life. Like, it's
That'd
too
be
good
cool.
of a story not to get out to the masses.
I mean, Michael Orr had
I mean,
one.
it's so ridiculously inspiring. Like, it makes me feel like I can do anything. I'm like, oh, if I really wanted to go do that and I actually, like, did not let anybody deter me, I could probably do that. I don't know what. It's very vague that right now, but it's like super motivational.
Maybe you should start writing the screenplay for it,
Huh.
and then
You sound like
once
Hugh.
his career is finished, then you'll be ready and be like,
I've
Warner
been
Brothers.
writing your story.
Here you
Warner
go.
Brothers. Ta-da! Bill Musgrave was asked in his press conference today if, about Phillip making it, and if he thought, what a great opportunity it would be for him to go get to be around, like, these elite guys. And Musgrave was like, yeah, I think it'll be great for him to get to go and be around, the best and the best. And it'll be great for them to get to be around him. Because he makes everybody, he, like, heightens everybody's energy.
He's on fire.
So he's like, yeah, I'm very excited for him to get to be around those guys, but they should be excited to be around him too.
Yeah, he's got that super unique personality where he has that fire, but he's super humble. Like he just seems like a guy that I just want to get to know and just be around him. Like he just seems like a really cool guy. Very humble. I mean, still lives at his parents' house and does the chores that he's asked to do. And he's a Pro Bowl player, and he's still doing that. Like, it's awesome. When he was elected, like, I was surprised, but I was trying to think of, like, who I would take over him in the AFC in the Pro Bowl. And Melvin Gordon and James Conner were the only other two guys I could think of. It's like, all right, well, he deserved it.
Definitely.
He's had a great season.
And it was cool. There's just something about him being a local guy. There's so many of these little moments for kind of cool stories. And Vaughn organized the players and the front office to donate to Shield 616, and they essentially sponsored an officer and provided them an higher rated tactical kit and gear to stay safe. And Phillip Lindsay got to pick his officer, which is his teammate from University of Colorado. And they're in them chalking and hugging when they're meet on the field, and his buddies in his uniform as a police officer, and Phillip's obviously in his uniform as a Bronco, and they're just look at us. The dream, because Phillip wants to be a police officer after his NFL career. He said that. So they both plan on becoming police officers. Phillip Lindsay has managed to become a Pro Bowl running back in the NFL in the meantime. But watching them communicate and just talk about how they're both living their dream. Two kids from Aurora. All the other players got to find an officer and sponsor them, but none of them got to have it be their friend.
Yeah, that's super cool. Just so proud of him.
Tear.
I should start writing a screenplay. Gotta happen.
Right?
You got the first half ready to go.
I have to. Yeah, that's true. It's true.
I just hope 10 years from now it'll be the Royce Freeman, Phillip Lindsay story. How they took over the NFL.
The whole thing.
2 2,000-yard rushers same season.
That would be nuts. We don't even need a quarterback.
I don't think so.
No quarterback
Just
needed.
hand it to the running backs.
That would be the name of the movie. No quarterback needed.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys so very much for tuning in. We'll catch you next week and chat about how things go against the Raiders, and then the final game of the regular season against the Los Angeles Chargers. Before we go, please make sure you check out our guy Steele Krause with Osgood Team Real Estate. If you are looking to buy or sell a home in the Denver metro area, he is your guy, and you can reach him at 303-587-5417. Thank you again. Happy holidays, everybody.
Bye.
Laters.
Peace.